All right, happy Manny Monday, everybody. I know it took me just a second to get everything situated, so I just wanted to show you some of the wonderful nails that we are getting ready to do. We have been doing chrome for the last 4 weeks, and so this is the 4th nail in the chrome series. That's really the best way to say it. And we are going to be doing these 2 nails. Okay, so these nails, it actually is a way for us to use chrome in 3, if not 4 different ways, because a lot of people have chrome in their drawers. They love it, they love having it. So I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and just show everybody how to use chrome in different ways and maybe they weren't expecting. So we're going to be doing chrome with also gel melt. So that's how we get this effect here, is with gel melt. So if you have those things and want to follow along, fantastic. If not, I will be uploading this, of course, among groups across like all of Facebook and all of YouTube and Zoom. So we'll be getting all of that like all set up for everybody. So as always, I start with just putting white gel polish on a nail. So I like to use 2 different types of white gel. Today I'm using White Magic. Please excuse the bottle, it's a little bit beat up, but this is from Profiles Backstage. I also have used Accents White On, except for this is the black on version. So those are a couple things. Hi, Robin, thanks so much for joining in with us. I'm so glad that you're here. So this is the nail that we're doing. I don't know if you saw it, but this is what we're getting ready to do today. So it's a bunch of different ways to use chrome, because I thought if everybody has chrome in their, in their drawers the way that I do, everybody wants to learn different ways to use it. So this is how we're going to use our chrome today. So we're using white. We'll start with that. Hello, Miss Ursula, right on time as always. So I always like to show everyone, we just go through and do 1 coat of white, because we want this to have a nice crisp background, okay? Now, also, if you could do me a favor while you are here, I know there are so many nail groups out there, but if you could, when you are logged in here, if you would share this video, that would be so wonderful, because it just helps people see that we're offering this education and it's free and it is on Mondays and all of that. So if you could do that for me, that would be amazing. And then after I'm done with everything, I actually come back and I share a lot of these videos on several different groups. So if I see it's already been shared, I won't share it again. So, okay, wow, don't you hate how close up these cameras get? And then there's like a little fuzz. All right, so here we'll do our white again. Just do a couple different nails here, do them white. Now, what I love about White On or the White Magic, either one, is they are super pigmented. They do not need a second coat. Most of the time they just need the one, and that is perfect for them. So we'll just do that. I'll pull that, put that in our nail here. And what do you guys remember? I know you remember, oh, my thumb color. Oh my gosh, thank you. Isn't that funny? So it was this color, which is fine. My nails have grown out a little bit, but I was working out really hard at the gym and I ended up chipping it. So I had to fix it. So, I can't be on camera with a ratchet fingernail. So, I know that's funny. Okay, but every nail tech out there understands. Everybody understands. Okay, we are going to, this is what I was saying. What do you remember about using chrome? You don't want it on a sticky surface. You want it on a smooth surface. So we're going to be doing Outshine. That is one of my very favorites. So we'll use Outshine. Put that on here. There's a little bit of flakes of gold in there, which is totally fine because we're going to be putting a little bit of flakes of gold in our design. So we'll just move with it. So here we go. Now, when we are using the outshine, we can do it for 1 minute. That gives us the nice mirror finish. Or if you want to use like flakes or something like that, then you only need to do it for like 30 seconds and that works out just fine. But we're going to go ahead and do it for a minute today, okay? Go ahead and switch. I'm so excited. Hello, Paula. Thank you for joining us live today. This is so great. It's interesting. I have been doing it on Zoom and Facebook at the same time, and people are very comfortable with Facebook. They like the Facebook Lives, and I find they like them just a little bit better than Zoom. So that's totally fine, but it's wonderful because we're able to get everything recorded when we do Zoom. So, and I think we can record too with Facebook. I just, didn't think about it. Okay, so this is what we're doing. The back of this nail, I don't know if you can see that. It actually is the same color that's on my thumb. It is a rainbow chrome, but it takes on a white shade. So 1 second you might be looking at it, it's kind of green. 1 second it might be pink. So this is the Rainbow Effect Chrome. This is again from Profiles Backstage. Now, if you are in Canada, most definitely go to nailtechstore.ca because they do carry Profiles Backstage products. So anyway, so this is, you can see what that looks like. You can see it kind of has the green, kind of has the pink, okay? All right, we'll grab our little nails here. So here are our 2 nails. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can apply this. A lot of people I've seen have just used their fingertip. Other people have used makeup applicators. We're actually going to use one of these little sponges that's like a makeup sponge because they're easily accessible and you don't have to order them. Okay, rub them in. I also feel like there's not as much waste with like the applicator sponge like this because I've used other applicators which have been fine. They're fine, absolutely. But it's like there's not as much waste that goes into it. All right, so there is one. That's our back color. We'll do the second one here. I know it's a little bit redundant, but it will be fantastic when you see how to use all of these different chromes together. Now, as long as you're using a white background, you could probably use any color that you want here. Just make it nice and just a light color. You don't want anything that's too dark. Definitely don't want anything that's too dark, okay? So, all right, there we go. So that is the rainbow chrome. So we'll move that one out of the way. So chrome does come in different colors. Oh my goodness, Ursula, so many colors. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so this one is like that rainbow color. Okay, we're actually going to be using 2 other colors today. But before we get to that, we are going to grab our trusty palette. Okay, so we'll move this out of the way. Grab our trusty palette, and the next step is we're going to actually be taking our top coat and mixing it with some different colors of chrome, okay? And we'll just I'll show you what we're gonna do. So here we go. So here's our top coat. This is my outshine, which you can use anything. If you have other colors, that's fine. Now you're gonna want quite a bit there. All right, so this is some of the other colors of chrome that I have. I mean, I have an entire container full of different colors. It has this peacock color. This one is like this pretty purpley color. This one is kind of like a watermelon, depending on how you're looking at it. So the one I had used in our nail today, this one was actually this dark color here. So if you can see that. All right, so that's what we had used there. But I think today we will, just for a little bit of variety, we are going to use this one, okay? And this would be, I don't even know what this one is. We'll just use our little brush, or you can use a dotting tool, either way. And you dip in the top coat. And you then dip in your powder. So you saw before what we did is we took a sponge and we used it, right? So now we're using our top coat, do a little bit more here to mix up a really pretty color. Now, what's cool about this is these are the cat eye chromes from Profiles Backstage. So that means, oh, sorry, squeak. What that means is that you could actually use them with a magnet. So you take it and you would mix it like this, brush it on an entire nail, and then you'd wave your magic wand over it, and you would get like that cat's eye finish, and it comes in all of these different colors. But today we are actually going to be using it with a gel melt. Now, have any of you heard of gel melt before? So this is gel melt. This is like that blooming product. So you put it on the nail, you're able to mix different colors in with it, and it just spreads. It's like, so pretty. So we are going to start with this one. And we're going to brush our gel melt, which it is a clear. It's clear. And we are going to do kind of like this non-symmetrical kind of like a geode right down the middle of the nail, like this. Okay. Now don't cure it. You want it to stay nice and wet. You want it to be moved around, okay? So now we're going to take this, what we just mixed up, and we're going to do drop by drop by drop. So we'll start like this. Now watch, you'll see it spread. Again. See how it starts spreading? And it keeps spreading and keeps spreading and keeps spreading until you get it where you want it, and then it cures. You'll cure it. You throw it in your lamp. So we want all different sizes. We don't want anything like super boring here. So we're going to mix a bunch of different sizes. Do a little over here. I do like how this color looks. It's so pretty. All right, you can just kind of wait for a second. If you want to add a little bit here, you can see where it started to like smash that one out of the way. You could add a little bit more here. A little more here, just to make it a little bit brighter. You can see how it all just gel melts. Isn't that awesome? Now you can do a lot with this particular product, but this is what we're going to start with here, okay? So let's go ahead and cure that because I like it. I like how it looks. And we're going to do it again on this nail. And we are going to do, once again, nothing that is real symmetrical. We just kind of want it to be very organic. We'll just do a little bit over here. And you have to kind of remember where you're putting it, especially since we're doing it over white. Just kind of remember it's over on the side. And maybe we'll do a little bit right there. Okay, great. So now we can move that out of the way. We'll do the same. Now I'm actually going to grab a little bit right in the middle. See how I kind of moved it back and forth a little bit. I have seen the most amazing snakeskin nails done this way with a gel melt product. I've seen beautiful leaves, flowers. It kind of makes me think of like cappuccino art. If you've seen, you know, different baristas, how they do really pretty cappuccino art with your foam. So it kind of makes me think those are some of the things you could do with your gel melt. Here. Now what's cool is you don't have to use the chrome with this. This was just something I wanted to do today. You can use any gel product, really, any gel polish. and it will start blending out like that. So we're gonna let that happen. This one kind of got in the way, so I'll see if I can slide it out of the way. That's all right. Gives it a little bit of, there, happy tree accident, totally fine. And then over here, we have this little extra edge over here. So let's go ahead and grab that one. Now, because these are the cat eye gels, the cat eye pigment and chrome, we could grab our magnet and do something pretty cool with it. Just kind of run it over. See, do you see how that starts to look kind of like a snake skin? Ah, so awesome. Okay, so here we could take our magnet if we wanted to. Now, this is not something you have to do, but it moves all of that up to the center. Okay. Kind of like that. If not, we can just go back through and put it back where we like it. I kind of like little mixture, actually. That's really kind of a neat product, neat effect there. Okay, looks good. So we'll go ahead and cure this one. Okay, so this one's already been cured. And I'll get my little brush out of the way for a second. Move my palette out of the way. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we want to do these little flake pieces. Okay, so it's just more types of chrome, but they are chrome flakes. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. So this is an example of a chrome flake. Now we already have our top coat back here, but because it's been cured, oh, actually we don't. This is just raw chrome right now. So what we have to do is we have to get this prepared for us to throw our shiny, like candy chrome on it, okay? So that means we have to do another top coat. This is layer upon layer. You know, this is just like teaching you how to use a lot of these products. So we will use Outshine again. We'll just do the entire nail. And that's good because it offers protection, you know, good to go there. All right, we'll throw that in our lamp. Like it, I always have two going. Okay, seriously, this is so cool. It kind of makes me think of like a scorpion, like the belly of a scorpion, maybe. I don't know, that's disturbing probably, but I kind of like it. All right, same thing. We'll just top coat it with our Outshine. And that's because we need to have a good base for our chrome flakes. Now there's a difference between the chrome that we used and the chrome flakes. So I'll show you. So here's, for example, a chrome we're going to be using in a minute. It has been completely, I guess, like chopped up as tiny as possible. And that's where you can get it to go inside of that non-sticky, but yet porous top coat. So that's how you get that mirror finish with these. However, we are going to use this one first. And these are flakes of chrome. Check that out. That's so cool. And it's really kind of gives you that cool effect. And we only want it in certain places. So we're going to be very specific with how we get it. So I'm actually going to pick up a couple pieces just with my tweezer because there you'll see. There, like that. And we're just going to pick up a little bit and kind of press it where we want it. You could use your little thing like this again. Just sorry about the sound effects. Like I always do the sound effects. A lot of that is like having kids, I think. Just super sporadic, nothing, like it's not strategically placed. Does that make sense? It's not like, here, let's make everything even. No, we just kind of want it just shoved in there. All right. And then let's rub it in. Now you don't want it where you just did your gel melt. So that's where I like, just keep it away from that, but just add those little chrome flakes in there, okay? So let me grab our other one. And we are only going to use it here in the middle. You do not have to break up all of this gold. That is such a good point. It's now you can do, you can, if you want, you can come through and be like, all right, I want this to really cover every single bit of the nail. And the way you would do that would be by using a like a silicone tool. But how many of you have been seeing like some of that really pretty rose quartz effect, that natural look with just little splashes of gold? It's very minimalistic, but so pretty. Okay, so I like that. And then if you get something in the way, this is kind of cool. You can just scratch it off at this point. Like here, I'll scratch it off. I don't want it on my scorpion belly. Get it out of there. All right, there you go. Okay, so that is 2 more ways to use chrome, right? So now we've used chrome 3 different ways so far, but we're not done because I like to be extra. So let's do this. Now with the next part, we're actually going to be doing some very specific line work, okay? So what we want to do is we want to protect our cool gel melt sections from our line work and from adding extra chrome to it. So we are going to take our matte top coat and cover the entire nail in matte because chrome does not stick to matte. Did you guys know that? It's a good thing to know, right? Okay, so go ahead and top coat all of this with matte. And you'll see when these nails come out, it's kind of like a downer. You're like, no, where did they go? It's not nearly as pretty as it was a second ago. So put that in there. We'll do another one over here. So is everybody getting ready for summer? I always think that like the very last weekend of May is getting ready for summer. So I know my niece and nephew don't get out of school until I think June 2nd. Like I feel like that's so long. But I think that's also because, COVID kind of put a wrench in a lot of things, right? And now I've heard it's monkeypox. Whatever, stay away from them. Okay, so here's the next thing. So we are going to use, while these are curing, we're going to use Accents Black On, or if you have Black Magic, or if you have like the black gel play, whatever it is, okay, anything like that, you want black. Now black underneath your chrome is really going to make it very vibrant, where if you use white, it is a little bit more muted. So we're going to grab our palette, trusty little mom palette. Okay, so Jonathan, you were saying homeschool. Yes, I'm a homeschool mom here. Now my oldest graduated. So we just had graduation pictures taken. Makes my little mom heart so happy. We had family pictures taken too. So that was pretty awesome. Okay, so we have our black. Now look at this. I'm going to show you like how much this changed. Look, isn't that crazy? Like, look at how like deep and dark and different when you have your shiny to your matte. Okay, not a bad look in itself, but just not the look we're after. Okay, so we are going to take our black magic or our black on, however you want to do it. We're going to take our tiny little brush and we are going to draw a line right here. Okay. Now it is once again very organic, but it does kind of follow that gel melt line. Okay. This one too, we'll grab over here. Grab that gel melt line down here. And then we added just some, like we mimicked these shapes, but we mimicked them over here in the corner. Okay, so kind of like an odd little round shape. Maybe do one kind of like this. Now this black is sticky. It's just sticky enough to grab onto chrome. So that's pretty cool. So it's almost like a honeycomb, don't you think? Do you see like a little reminiscence of honeycomb? So let's kind of leave that there. We'll do the same thing over here. Let's grab a couple here. Just make it very cohesive, even though it's not, it's just kind of a design that is not really symmetrical. You know how sometimes you want everything super perfect on one side and not on the other? Well, we don't have to worry about that. Kind of, no, I might do one more right here, just kind of in a weird little standing out on his own. It's like an old brick wall that's kind of broken. Have you ever seen that kind of stuff? Yeah. I think that's cool. So that's our black. Now, don't worry, it will not stay this black and big and open. It will actually be different. So let's go ahead and cure that though. We'll throw that in there for 60 seconds. Everything we've been doing today is in 60 seconds. Here is our cool scorpion belly. All right, so we'll grab this from up here. And I'm very capable of making a very nice straight line, but today I just don't want a straight line. I just want it very like jaggedy. I feel like very masculine lines. Add a couple of our little honeycombs down here. And then don't forget we have our little guy up here. And a little more here. Okay, Ursula, that's totally fine. I am so, so happy that you made it. I feel so honored when people take some time to just come and spend with me. So I really appreciate you being here and popping on. And of course, it will be on replay. And I will also have it on YouTube later this afternoon under Mirage Spa Education. So if you missed it all the way here, it'll be there. And we'll also have it on YouTube. And then also, of course, we'll have it all over Facebook. So whatever you need. And if you need anything, it will be from nailtechstore.ca. That one's in Canada, and Profiles Backstage here in the US. All right. Almost done. Our crazy little honeycombs. I think that looks pretty good. I don't know if we need any more, maybe a little bit over here. Kind of divide this up a little. So all my friends that have homeschool kids, some of them are like the sweetest moms ever, the greatest moms. And they're like, oh no, we're letting our kids out for summer. And I was like, oh no, not me. Get it done. And they are in such a good routine. Oh my goodness, my kids are in a really great routine. And so I don't want them to lose that. Okay, that looks pretty great. So now let's go ahead and I'll move our palette out of the way. We're gonna swap our nails. So this one can now go in there and get curing. All right, so here is the nail. We've done our little line work. We are now going to do one final thing with our chrome, and we're going to use this hollow gold, okay? So we'll grab this. Now, what makes it hollow is when it's in the sun, it takes on like a rainbow effect, so very holographic. I am going to use a little applicator for this one, just because we kind of smear it right on here. And because we had done the mat underneath, you guys notice all of our chrome, it's not going to stick to the mat. It's only going to stick to that black. and that is what we wanted it to do. All right, so I'll leave that there. Let me grab our other little guy. All right. Add a little more here, one more here. So because I was that homeschool mom, what I was talking about earlier, one of my children graduated high school almost 2 years early. So that was awesome. And the other one is also set to graduate by the time he's 16. So I'll take it. Sometimes it's hard though, but I have found that they are learning a lot. And there's a lot of cool things that they get to experience at home that they would never get to experience at school when people are taking care of a bajillion children, right? Okay, so now we're just gonna brush it off. It is only going to stick to that black. See that? Only going to stick to the black. Do the same here. We don't have to cure that again, but we do have to protect it. Okay, so now we're going to use our top coat. Now, depending on the type of top coat you like, you can use your outshine again if you want. I actually am going to use Shine On. So also an Accents product. Once again, you can get that in Canada at nailtechstore.ca or Profiles Backstage, both. They carry that here. But watch this. This is where this little magic comes out, because this is where you're going to get all that chrome effect is going to come out again, okay? And it also protects very, very well. I love this top coat. Now, if you wanted to be, super extra, you have a design, something like this, you can always come through and, add some pearls or rhinestones, across the cuticle line, whatever you'd want to do. But you can see the huge difference between a matte and a shiny. And when you get that shine in there also, it really crisps up that line that we drew with our chrome, right? So I'll go ahead and cure this, and then I will grab this one. I want to make sure our lines are nice and clean. I'm brushing it a little bit more out of camera. There we go. I just didn't want the camera to get all crazy. All right. Okay. All right, so we'll do another coat here. So you can see we did our chrome in the background, which was that beautiful rainbow chrome, kind of a white chrome that takes on like the green, pink, gold. It's super color shifting. Then we came through and we mixed our chrome with a top coat so that we could do the melting, the gel melting. So that was our second use of chrome. Then we came through and we added a little bit of chrome flaking. So that kind of looks like gold leafing. So that was our third use of chrome. And then we painted with gel, just a black gel polish that still had that sticky layer. And we put our chrome over the top of that, and we got that those nice fine lines, the kind of honeycomb looking lines, okay? And don't forget, if you're going to do that, if you're going to paint those lines like that, you have to put a matte top coat first, because chrome does not stick to matte top coat. So those are actually 4 different ways that we were able to use chrome today. So here we are with our finished nail, at least one of them. So we did this one. These are a couple that I had done earlier. Let me grab this one, get my fingers. So isn't that kind of a neat, that's just like a really neat style. Very unique, and it's not like anything you see. There's so much out there. This is just a really neat way to use some stuff that we have. in our drawers, collecting dust. Don't collect dust, just use it. So that's what we did. So this was actually the fourth Chrome segment that we did. So the whole month of May, we did Chrome. So the first one, I'm going to just kind of do a recap for you. Let's see here. Got to find it. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here's our recap. So our very first week, we did just like our Chrome basics, right? We talked about how we can like ombre our chromes together. Okay. Our second week, we did matte chrome and shiny chrome together and how to mix two different colors of chrome together. So that was week 2. Week 3, which was last week, we did this. We were able to very specifically put chrome under our top coat. So we got that specifically done. And then this week has been this one and this one. Put them all together here. And then this one I just pulled out and this one. So that has been your 4 weeks of Chrome. So it's been a great 4 weeks of education, right? So a couple things I wanted to tell you guys about while you're here. So as you know, I have been working with Mirage Spa Education. They are an online nail school in Canada. They're based out of British Columbia, which is amazing. And one of the most extensive nail schools I have ever come in contact with. And it even has props from people like Doug Schoon, right? So wonderful person, Maisie Dunbar, people like that know what this school is about and what is expected of our students. The owner, Cheryl Thibault, actually just released a book that is talking about if a career in the beauty industry is for you. Now, not only did Cheryl write the book, but she had, 18 people who were co-authors who helped with, not co-authoring, but with adding to it, like guest authors. And I was one of them, as well as people like Doug Schoon, Maisie Dunbar, Linda Nordstrom, people like that have been in the industry for a very long time. And they tell their story as to how they got into the industry. And if I'm at all like you guys, I want to know a lot about what makes people tick, how they came into the industry and why and how long they've stayed. So make sure to look for that book. It's on misscheryl.com. That is the website. So definitely check that out. And they'll also be, I believe, at Premiere Orlando. So we'll get to be in Premiere Orlando. And I want to see your nails. You guys, every time you finish these nails, please take a photo, send it to me. You can tag me on any kind of social media. You can email it to me, whatever it is you want to do. I want to see that. And if you are not already a member of the Mirage Spa Education members only page, please, please, please go to Mirage Spa Education, the page, and request to join our members only group. I would love to have you there. So I appreciate you all so much. And I hope you have a fantastic Monday, Manny Monday, smash it all together. And we'll see you next week, probably next week. All right. So thanks, everybody. Bye.